I'm Igbar. Today, I'll be showcasing my red purple kit deck. I've enjoyed the leader more than the other two captains that released alongside him, Luffy and Law, and I've been called a weirdo among other things because he is different. To get started, let me tell you what Kit does. To begin, unlike Luffy and Law, he actually has 5 life, and that is because of the fact that he has minus 1000 power, making him 4000 on your turn until you have 3 or less. So, to counteract that, there's a Dawn minus 1 when you're swinging. He gets plus 2000, so then 6k. The list utilizes both the pluses and minuses best that it can. And to start off, we have Nami from the STO 1 starter deck. She is a 1 drop 1k that activate main once per turn. You give Rested On to a leader or a character. Right there, gets around him being 4k. We're running 4 for obvious reasons. And then we have Brook. So, Brook is also from the STO1 starter deck. He's a 2 drop 3k with 2k counter. He's most of the time used for the counter, but his on play gives 2 Rested Dawn, so it gets away around it again. And then we have 4 Sanji from OPO1. He's just a great way to get down to life if our opponent is trying to stagnate us or get into their late game. Because activate main, you add a card from your life, put 2 Rested Dawn under him. You may, you don't have to. And then he gets plus 2000. It's really good. There's situations where you don't do the Rested Dawn because you have Nami out and you want to be able to swing with your leader. It happens. It's fine. We just want the life more or less down. And then we have Heat. He is some fire that we got from OPO9. He is a blocker with on play if your leader is 4000 or less. Power. Give him 1000 for the turn. So again, another way that gets around it. And he's 1000 counter, and just a really good blocker. And then Kid, a heater that people have even told me they didn't know was printed. He is a uncommon from OPO9, 3 drop, 5k, no counter. Oh well. When you play him, you can add the top of your life to your hand, and if your leader's Kid Pirates, because it's Kid, then we'll get a Dawn and set it as active. So then again, it's another early way that we can swing 5k and get around our leader. And then, just staple for Zoro. I mean, what's not to love about this guy? And then we got Hitokiri Komatsu, which is just killer when he's in Wano. Spoiler alert, I guess. He's a 2k counter, 4 drop, 5k power. And once per turn, during a turn, if a Dawn leaves the field, we can then KO a cost 2 or less. So he is a really good piece when you're playing against Nami or some of the lower end of Zuro. And he can take out like low B blockers. He can take out searchers for Bonnie without you worrying about anything. Because if we're swinging, we do like doing our Dawn minus with our leader. And it gets around bouncing back Kaya for Nami or trying to protect their 1 drop Nami they just played. And it's a great way to get rid of low things. And then another classic card. Kid and Killer. Just great card. We don't really need to talk about it. Captain Kid, blocker. A way to make sure that we get an active Dawn when we Dawn minus. So then we're not going negative. We really want to make sure we're keeping our Dawn as much as possible. If it doesn't happen, it's fine. I'd rather get rid of Kaya versus them having another play with Kaya or a 2k counter. So we have 4 of him. Then a little spice is for Roger. I've been trying to see if I can get a win with Roger, and a few times I was close. I won other ways, but it's just a fun way to have an alternate win con, especially because we are trying to take our life. We can slow down and not if they're an aggro deck or if they don't want us to. I think I've only played against Nell twice with it. One I just aggroed out and made him stay at 1 life so he couldn't do anything. And the other was just, I think, luck, but happens. I think he'd be really good into them, but, more testing, more playing. So we have 4 of him. And then the events I'm running, when you're at sea, you fight against pirates. It finds everything in the deck besides Roger, which that's going to be a whiff if you somehow see 3, but you can add Zoro, Kid and Killer, Kid, super good. Just, 1 drop, look at the top 3, add Straw Hat, Kid Pirate, or Heart. We don't have Heart, but then we have 4 Radical Beam, just the GOAT. 1 drop, 2k if you have more than 2 life, 4k if you have 2. And then currently 2 Bad Manners Kid Cores. I might bump it up to 4 and drop down to 2 Roger for just a more consistent way to protect and save myself, but it's just good. And that's my list. If you have any questions or you want to just say I'm trash, because I'm used to that, just let me know in the comments below. I have a few other off-meta decks. That's the end of it. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like.